Hi guys, my name is Isabel and welcome to my first ever video on this YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to gain confidence. There's a lot of things that you can do to gain confidence. However, I'm only going to be talking about a few things that you can really implement in your day-to-day life, and I genuinely hope you guys do this because these are some things that I have done in the past and have significantly helped me, and I know they will help you too. The first thing and the most important thing is you need to understand yourself. How do you do this? You need to research yourself. You need to research things about yourself. Research what you like, things that you think you might like, books, movies, anything. Literally just get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Life is one big learning curve. It's one big experience. And you need to take the time to kind of understand yourself, understand your behavior. For example, if you perhaps find it hard to say no, or you get anxious saying no and you consistently only say yes to people who ask for favors, research why you think you say these things. Most of the time it's linked to like how you were brought up, maybe trauma or perhaps a bad experience, and you don't quite know these things until you research about it and when you reflect on yourself. So take the time to research these things. When I first started researching about myself, I literally used to do it every single night, for like weeks, months, and maybe even years even, because you just need to familiarize yourself, see what you learn. I learned so much about myself, and I also learned so much about the world that I thought, oh hey, I didn't even think, like I didn't know this existed, or I didn't even know like anything about this. And you just learn and learn and learn, and knowledge is power. So just don't be afraid to learn new things. You can literally Google things on your phone in the comfort of your own home. There's no excuse. Just research things about yourself. So the next really important thing to do is surround yourself by great people. This includes both family and friends. So what do I mean by this? Get rid of the toxic people get rid of the toxic people in your life. You don't need them. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Leave them. However, find new friends. There's so many people out there. Do not be afraid to branch out, network, try new friends. It is so easy to meet people these days. We have the internet. You can literally connect with someone in a matter of seconds. Do not be afraid to reach out to someone. Do not be afraid to try and make friends. Like, do not think you're not worthy of having friends. We are all worthy of having friends. And do not you'll be surprised what experiences you can come about and what type of friends you can have. Let's say, make sure to choose your friend group wisely. So for example, let's say you have a friend who lacks ambition, right? You're consistently going to try, as a good friend, you're consistently going to try to make them a bit more ambitious, lift them up, and you're here and they're there, but if you're consistently trying to lift them up, they're going to come up to here, right? And then you can no longer grow. You're kind of just stuck there. Hence, it is important to kind of have other friends where you can grow from, where you can learn new experiences from, where you can pretty much just get to know yourself more, get to see what things that you enjoy, become uncomfortable with yourself to be more comfortable, and you can kind of just become the best version of yourself. Have other friends, or a greater support network where you can also learn from and grow from, because you have to remember, life is one big learning opportunity and you're consistently growing and changing. You cannot be stuck in the same spot. It's unhealthy. Have no expectations and learn to let go. Most of us in this generation, we are kind of afraid to let go. We attach onto people and things so easily. But as soon as you let go, you're actually allowing room in your life for greater things, for new experiences. So the sooner you learn to let go, the sooner you're able to and willing to accept to learn new experiences, willing to allow life to kind of piece itself together, because life has a really weird way of kind of piecing itself together when you least expect it. It's so important to become the best version of yourself, because you have to remember, anyone in your life, no matter who they are, can literally walk out of your life at any given point. They can walk in and out. However, you're stuck with yourself forever. So you may as well learn to like yourself and try to become someone that you love and become the best version of yourself, because again, you only have yourself for the rest of your life. So may as well like yourself. Find a hobby you're dedicated to. So when you go out with your friends, when you go out with your colleagues or your family, that passion's going to come out. You have something to talk about. Find a hobby you love. Find a hobby that you're dedicated to, a hobby that you're like genuinely curious about, want to learn more, want to advance in. Because when you go out with your friends, family, or such, it gives you something to talk about. It increases your confidence in that way because they're going to see you talking about something that you're passionate with. You bounce off that energy with each other. So yeah, so just make sure you find a hobby that you're dedicated to. There's so many things out there, so just try new things. Do not be afraid to try new things because you're never going to be as young as you are watching this video ever again. So try new hobbies. You literally only live once. Like, don't be afraid to try new things. The worst case scenario, you don't like it. Okay, great, go next. So just try new things, get out there, see what sticks with you, see what you like, and just go with it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay, this is a big one because our brains are naturally wired to being comfortable. Okay, so for example, let's say you're going to the gym, you're starting going to the gym, right? When you first go to the gym, you're not expected to know how all of the equipment works, how all of the machines work, right? Because it's your first time going or you're just starting to go. So your brain, and naturally you feel a bit uncomfortable going because you're like, oh, I don't know, people are watching me. I don't know if I'm doing things right. It's making me a bit uncomfortable. So your brain kind of just wants to go back in and not really continue the thing. However, if you consistently go, let's say you only go like twice a week, or you do it for like 15 minutes every like 3 days, per week, you're consistently building up that tolerance in your brain, like, hey, this is not really a bad thing. And you're familiarizing yourself with the whole gym process. So your body, your mind becomes a bit more comfortable with the idea. Hence, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable because initially when you start, you're extremely uncomfortable, but then you get comfortable. And that is how you become the best version of yourself. Let go of things that no longer serve you. People are consistently growing every single day. So why are we hanging on to toxic friendships, toxic relationships that no longer serve us? That no longer like share the same values as us, no longer resonate with us. Everyone is consistently changing. We are not going to have the same friends forever, and we're not going to always have the same people around us forever. Hence, you need to kind of learn to let go and just get rid of the toxic people in your life to make more room for others, and that you will be able to kind of grow with, learn with, and create new experiences with. Because if you're consistently stuck in the same environment, you're not going to grow. You're too familiar. You're too comfortable there. You need to get uncomfortable. Fake it till you make it. No one knows that you're uncomfortable. No one knows that you're not confident apart from yourself. So just fake it. Fake being confident till you make it. I used to do this all the time a couple years back, but then naturally, as I was faking it, one day it just clicked to me, hey, like, it doesn't feel like I'm faking it anymore because I genuinely feel confident. And you will reach that stage too. It is so easy. You just got to consistently do it. And as you got to consistently do it, and eventually you're going to realize, like, hey, I'm naturally building this confidence without even realizing. You have to remember, no one's really born with confidence. It's something that you learn, and it's something that you can learn. Anyone can learn this. People learn it from a young age. Some people only learn it when they reach a teenager or an adult, and that's completely fine. But you have to give yourself that chance to be able to kind of learn it, want to learn it, and also be able to reach that kind of level. Have friends that you want to be like. Let's say like you want to become a bit more outgoing, you want to be a bit more extroverted, right? You're not going to make a friend, like you're not going to stick around and keep hanging around a friend as much who's a bit introverted. You're going to lean a bit more towards the extroverted friend because they're the one who's going to consistently force you or like convince you to go out with them. And that's how you learn and grow and experience, because that's how you learn. Again, you can't be in the same bubble all the time with the same people. You need to be able to branch out, meet new people, and be able to grow and become the best version of yourself. An organized mind is an organized life. What do I mean by this? Okay. So I journal quite a lot, right? Because sometimes things will happen, or sometimes you're not quite comfortable sharing things with others, and that's completely fine. but your mind needs to process those things. Your mind needs to kind of clear it out because it's on your mind. So I will journal it. Or for example, like I would just have a routine in place every day about what I want to do, things that I want to achieve, and kind of stick to it. Because if you're consistently having a routine, and you're following that routine, your mind is organized, which means that things will naturally, during the day, things will naturally throughout the week fall in place without yourself even noticing, because you're stuck on a certain routine and you're continuing to follow that routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the video. If you guys have enjoyed it, please let me know. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know as well. Again, I've only mentioned a few brief things and I only went on them quite briefly, but if you guys want me to perhaps make a more in-depth video about what I further mean about these things, or other things which you can do, which can help with your confidence, let me know and I can do that as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, take care guys.